Everything is so fleeting. Even as the letters unfold on this page, so much has changed in so many ways. A few good, a few bad, some bittersweet, but that's why memories are so important and why living out your dreams is urgent. The moments in time when everything aligns are so rare that when experienced, it splits its own story in your timeline. You wake up with it follows you throughout the day, and you fall asleep with the images of faces and places along the way. It sounds ridiculous, but there are few things in one's life that you can truly be proud of, and when achieved, no matter how insignificant to the world, I say, let's own it. I'm proud of all of us. We all worked hard for the opportunity to experience the moments of adventure, the power of brotherhood, and allow us all the chance of possibility.
Last time on the trail, we made our way through the great state of Nebraska. We visited the Ruts in the Rock, Signature Rock, and a few other historical markers. Along with all the pioneer history we faced, it was also the most difficult state for team morale. The terrain was flat, the weather was hot, and living over each other for over a month was starting to take its toll on everyone. We were rounding the end of our journey, but we were ahead of schedule, and as morale continued to suffer, we decided it was time to change things up and use the extra time we had to explore the Ozark National Forest. We had little experience with this area of the country, but the change in terrain may be just the medicine we needed to get the team back in good health. We spent the rest of the day gathering supplies, meeting up with some friends from Kansas, and we got a much later start for our trek to the Ozarks than we'd planned on. We decided that we are a week ahead of schedule to Kansas, and so we're going to do a night run to the Ozarks. So it's 8:45 right now, almost 9 o'clock, and we've got about a 6-hour drive. So if we play our cards right, 3 o'clock in the morning we'll be to our destination in the Ozarks. And for the next week we're going to explore the Ozarks or wherever the trail takes us. So I think we've all kind of found a renewed sense of energy because we're doing something that we weren't planning on. Here we go! Off to the Ozarks and through the hot weather.
You never get the word. You never.
We are in the 28th day of our expedition. It is August 12th. We had a late night last night. We pulled into the state park here at about 3:30, almost 4 o'clock, and then took some showers, which really didn't matter one way or the other because as soon as you get out of the shower, you're sticky again. And now we're packing up and we're going to go hit some trail in the Ozark National Forest and see what mischief we can get ourselves into. On the trail in the Ozarks, and other than it being super hot and super humid, it's beautiful.
This is the most beautiful place I've seen since Oregon. I have to admit that. This is my kind of forest.
We definitely made the right choice. The team was excited, the terrain was tough, and the weather was starting to cool off. So we stopped at the Aura Cafe to top off our tanks, grab some food, and meet up with our friends Lod and Rosie from Texas Overland before forging our way down Ozarks High Watermark Trail. It had already been an amazing few days in the northwest corner of Arkansas, but the trail, aptly named for its numerous water crossings, wasn't getting any shallower in the rain, so we headed down our road and into the mouth of the Ozark Trail system. We're enjoying ourselves here in the Ozarks. Overland, Texas just met up with us. We've got some pretty good insight as far as trails and stuff go. It poured last night. We were in blue skies until about 4 o'clock, and then clouds started rolling in, and then it just started coming down. So it rained pretty good last night. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can get ourselves stuck in some mischief and get into something gnarly. I'm not sure what we expected from our experience in the Ozarks, but it delivered and then some. We had just finished crossing our first of many rivers and had stopped to take a break, and from nowhere this old man rolled up on his four-wheeler, chainsaw strapped to the front, and a story about some old Civil War homestead he'd spent years restoring. Now keep in mind, we're in the middle of the Ozark forest, but we didn't feel like he was a threat, and we weren't the kind of crew that turned down a trip through history. So we followed 82-year-old Bub Pearson through his property and onto an old forest homestead he'd spent the last few years restoring to its original beauty.
This is one of the very few log houses left. Old timers use them for bee gums and water trolls and anything, you know. But that's natural. And so I put it in there and took a chainsaw and cut the top out. It's just as clean as you shined it. But now this was in bad shape too, so I was redoing my old barn at home. So I took that tin off the old barn at home and laid it on the sides to protect
Oh, there you go. You've done a lot of work out here, huh?
Oh, it's been in. Well, you know, I don't know. I say like hunting and fishing. What is work?
Yeah. As long as you love what you're doing, you're not working, right?
Girl to marry him, and she's going to marry somebody else. And he got to talking. This Elizabeth spoke up and said, "I'll marry you." We've been warned about Arkansas mud, but like any good explorer, we chose to disregard the heat of locals and learn for ourselves what a true mud pit was. This was a situation where the difference in weight between the Ranger and the Land Cruiser was never more obvious. Alright, that was fun. You know it's not gonna work. It'll probably not, but it'll be a little rough. Yeah. Put it on the tail, it'll make it feel better. Well, it's ready, got it, it's coming. There you go. Keep going, keep going. There you go.
Caught on the cable.
Ozark mud rocks. That swallowed Godzilla.
We found the Ozarks to have an equal amount of swimming holes to the mud pits we ran into, which made the humidity and dirt easy to bear. So we spun around and hunted down a swimming hole that was put into our crosshairs thanks to some local intel. So we're at Beaver Slide swimming hole in Arkansas, and it's a sweet watering hole, but the only problem is it decided to take some of our belongings. Yeah. So I slipped and fell in and lost my Oakley sunglasses. And then a few minutes later, Kobe decided to jump in with the GoPro and claimed our GoPro as well. So swimming hole 2 of 0.
Natural beaver water slide in Arkansas.
We spent most of the day burning through the high watermark trail with no question as to the legitimacy of the Ozark trail system. It left nothing to be desired, and with our renewed spirits and our new friends from Texas at the helm, we couldn't have chosen a better way to cap off an already amazing journey. But with the day coming to a close and our time with Lod and Rosie running out, we started to push our way to camp, or we thought we were, but apparently these trails had one more hurdle to throw in our path.
That's a muddy one. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I can see somebody getting stuck real bad here.
Holy crap. The mud is up to my knees. I say no,
Yeah,
because water runs through here if it gets high.
Yeah.
And that's making it out of this one when this one's flowing. So I'm not staying in here tonight. I caught a rut coming out.
He is it. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way around.
We've been spelunking around the Ozarks for 2 days. We met a whole ton of awesome people today. We woke up and a couple met us from Texas Overland, Lod and Rosie. They met us here this morning and we all did some wheeling all day.
Oh my gosh, Arkansas is awesome. It's a lot like Oregon, just less piney trees and a lot more vines. It kind of reminds me of a jungle.
It's a bittersweet taste in my mouth. I love the trail. It's beautiful. This trip has been eventful and unexpected, and as it turns out, we're wrapping up here in Arkansas, and it's been a good trip so far. So definitely not looking forward to going back to normal life, but I'm looking forward to seeing the family and seeing the kiddos and stuff.
Crazy to think that I've been gone for a month, that we've been gone for a month. We've done so much, we've seen so many cool places, we've met a lot of cool people, we've hit some awesome terrain.
The weather's beautiful, it's humid, but you can't ask for a better experience. It's just turned into like a whole new beautiful adventure. This is like a whole nother part of this journey that we're taking together. We didn't even expect it to happen. We didn't know it was going to be here. And that just goes to show too, it's more about the journey, it's not about the destination. That's exactly what this is. We have no destination, we're just out here in the beautiful wilderness of the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. Totally unexpected, and I couldn't ask for better people to be surrounded by.
Our journey took an unexpected turn. and we ended up on the right side of adventure and in the thick of everything we'd hoped for. It seemed the break from routine, the push toward the unknown, and a completely new experience is what we had needed all along. We were not ourselves if we weren't all participating in the experience we put so much hard work into, and not knowing was apparently what our engagement was based on. Not knowing what was ahead, not knowing where we were going, and maybe most importantly, not knowing the frustration of a team left unchallenged.
Back up just a little bit.
Colorado, because we're a couple days ahead of schedule, and we're gonna hang out. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go hang out?
Gonna go hang out Colorado.
Yeah, but where?
Fort Collins, Colorado, maybe, and we're gonna go down to
Horses something.
Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah, but what's the place you said you convinced the guys to? We're gonna go to Casino Columbus.
Oh, it's Horses Tooth.
Horses Tooth. We're gonna go to Horses Tooth.
Horses Tooth.
They feed them lots of apples
Yes. They're nice horses.
because they have to have teeth in order to chew. Horses do, and they like apples.
We're here at the Mighty Banner Health Clinic in Wheatville, Wyoming, huh? Wheatland, okay. We're here at the Mighty Banner Health Clinic in, what is it? Wheatland.